Hello, y'all. So we're going to get right on into it. What in the world is going on down to the darn Bernie Mac show, honey? I know Bernie rolling over in his grave, honey. I know Bernie is looking down at the daughters with the belt, wanting to whoop they darn hind parts, honey. Now, why is Bernie Mac rolling over in his grave, looking down? How much he cut up in life, yeah, I know some of y'all think he might be looking up, but wherever he might be, whether he's looking up or looking down, he wants to kick these two daughters behind. Honey, I think her name is Dee Dee Davis, the youngest one. She done follow in the darn on-screen sister's darn footsteps. Camille Rillenbush, the dark-skinned one, the beautiful chocolate girl. Yeah. Both of them are now on the OnlyFans. Yeah, y'all heard right. And I ain't talking about them doing no because I know some folks sign up for OnlyFans as celebrities and they just do superficial stuff like drop exclusive music, this, that, and the third, just chat with their fans. They doing it in the traditional sense of, honey, showcasing it all, honey. If you ever wanted to see what they look like, honey, go ahead and pay the darn subscription fee. Now, I couldn't even bear to even check the price because, number one, I'm not into girls. I'm a gold star over here, honey. Diva, why I don't do the lesbotics? So I know y'all saying, well, damn, Diva, you could at least went and skim the price. I'm sorry, somebody else can do that. But yeah, they over there on the OnlyFans. And it's like, now Camille talking about, oh, she ain't broke and she ain't girl, bye. Don't flip-flop on it now. You when you first started it, you said you did it because you fell on hard times, you wasn't getting no roles and all this, that, and the third. Now you want the darn flicks talking about you ain't broke. I bet you ain't broke now that them darn checks done clear. Talking about you ain't damn broke. Girl, boo. Now Camille is up on here. How old is Camille? I always feel like I'm older than her significantly because I watched the reruns for the most part. I remember the original episodes, but I don't know why I feel like I was always older than her. Let me see, she was like 5 or 6 on the show when it ended. 6 or 7, and it ended in like 2006. So that would put her at... Oh yeah, I'm definitely older than her, y'all. Yeah, she's in her early 20s. I'm more up there with Camille or whatnot. I think Camille might be like 1 or 2 years older than me, honey. I should have darn Google search their ages. But matter of fact, I'll put it in the description box and throughout this video their ages. But yeah, honey, I guess the checks did not clear, and I was watching something on YouTube about the discrepancy in pay with the brown skin girls. The money wasn't like pearls. They was paying them in cubic zirconium. Honey, even when the girls were making dollar for dollar, because I know some people going to say, well, maybe they wasn't darn making comparable to... What's the white equivalent to darn the Bernie Mac show? Roseanne and them? We can't even say that because Tia and Tamara Mari done dropped the bomb that they was darn constantly equaling the views of Friends. Now, mind you, it's darn surrounding Tia and Tamara and the darn the step parents. Friends is what, an ensemble cast of like 7 people. And even though Tia and Tamara was making just as much in the viewership, they wasn't even getting paid a 10th of what the darn other cast was making. So that goes to show you how discrimination is real. They struggling to get 25,000 episodes. I think by the time they got to their season finale, they was making like 50,000 episodes. By the time the darn cast of Friends got to their season finale, they was making $1 million an episode. Now, mind you, a sister was equaling the views. You can even argue that the production budget for darn sister was drastically lower because you only had to pay 2 girls the darn salary. Jackie Harry and the other guy is like, Jackie Harry and the guy is like you didn't really have to pay them the equal amount. So it's like, how in the hell do you justify paying 7 white cast members $1 million individually each, but y'all can't even darn gonna give a group of black characters combined 1/5 of what one character is darn gonna make it over on Friends? Where's the justification in this? And mind you, I want to say it was all in the same network too. It was all under that same umbrella. So it's like it's really no excuse. And then also Friends was alleged. I mean, not Friends, but Friends was allegedly modeled after Living Single. And that's why Living Single, they low-key canceled Living Single and brought in Friends. And they never even paid Living Single that type of money in their heyday. So for people who saying, well, maybe because T and Tamara Mari wasn't as known and, or whatnots, and, you had Jennifer Aniston and the other guy that was in movies. Well, shoot, you had darn Queen Latifah that was in darn movies around that time. During the time Living Single was on, she just got off of the darn major hit darn Set It Off. We done seen her in CoverGirl commercials. We done seen Queen, like she's a successful, accomplished darn rapper. And you didn't give darn Queen Latifah a tenth of the darn money. So, honey, this goes to show that just because you see somebody on TV, low-key, they might be doing just about as bad as you in the income department. Because it's like, this is a damn shame. Now, it'd be one thing if they was on some Amber Rose type shit that they literally was just wanting to showcase their bodies just to showcase it. But this don't even strike me like these two girls' personalities. And I ain't barely seen them like that, but just the way they are, it's like, and I'm not darn gonna project them because I darn gonna literally grew up watching them, honey. And it feels almost incestuous to even think like this because they feel like sisters. I mean, they play sisters, but they feel like my darn sister. I done grew up watching them, and now they darn showcasing the Sugar Bowl on the OnlyFans. For y'all that don't know what the Sugar Bowl is, it's a southern euphemism for the downstairs, honey. But yeah, they darn showcasing their Sugar Bowl down to the darn OnlyFans. And I don't think because they want to just showcase the body. Now, both of them got a body, yada, 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 yada. But we did not need to see all that online. And the fact that it came to that shows how darn the industry is just crooked and corrupt. Now, I am so glad that we can, a change is starting to finally come where we have actresses such as Angela Bassett making upwards of $600,000 an episode. I think she's going toe-to-toe with darn Marisha Haggerty for the highest paid actress on daytime television. I think Marisha Haggerty took a pay cut recently. That's why, Angela Bassett is superseded her. And then, oh Lord, Viola Davis done got that EGOT title, honey. Y'all know the darn well, she ain't on TV no more, but honey, if she get back on TV, honey, they gonna have to pay her. Although, see, now then we got to worry about this. The EGOT status ain't never worked too well for any darn black person. Notice that when the person get the EGOT status, and once again, this is the double standard that we have to face in the industry. Even when we get the highest of titles, it's like we're not viewed the same way. Because just off of darn Monique alone getting an Oscar, she darn got blacklisted. Hattie McDaniel didn't darn do too much after her darn Oscar. So we hoping that Viola breaks the mold. Whoopi Goldberg, she settled down over there at The View. She got that EGOT status, but then darn the Bush comment darn shut her down. She ain't never really bounced back to this day. Hence why she darn stay darn bitching with the darn girls at The View, because she really ain't because if she was really making money like that on the acting with Tyler Perry, my dear, and all that, her, she'll darn tell them darn people at the View to kiss her darn black. But yeah, that goes to show, even when you reach the status of Whoopi Goldberg, 40 years in the game, she still had the doggone brown nose to ABC to get a little bit of money. And I know y'all saying, well, was she the highest paid? Well, shoot, they only paying her $7 million. Honey, come to find out, Wendy Williams was even getting paid. I was like, damn, you know that's sad with doggone gossip vlogger, one woman show, and this ain't no shade to Wendy. Wendy has paid her dues, but it's like Wendy Williams annual salary $10 million. Whoopi Goldberg, who is an accomplished doggone EGOT, she has won an Emmy, she has won a Grammy, an Oscar, and Tony. And she's done a bit on longer than, because she came on in 2007. Wendy Williams came on in 2008. And then even before that, y'all know Whoopi was on, she was a regular on Hollywood Squares. So she's been on TV even far longer. And she get paid 70% comparable to Wendy Orthenthal, Beautymal Williams. Yeah, I know I remixed it, honey. For the ones who know T.S. Madison version, we ain't got time to go through all of that Jack and the Beanstalk. I just go ahead and call her Wendy Wendell Beautymal Williams, honey. That goes to show you how the discrimination is just doggone rampant. But that was really shocking for me. I was like, damn. Fox is paying. Lord, it's doggone horrible when Fox is paying more than the ABC for somebody. But like I said, hopefully change is finally coming along, because Angela Bassett is getting her just due now. Taraji P. Henson is getting hers. So we slowly making strides, but this is why we have to voice and darn continue to darn apply pressure. Because ain't nothing being given to the darn silence. And even the darn most peaceful protester in the world, Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King, honey, this is a little bit of black history for you. Everybody want the darn every time they teach you at school, I have a dream speech, that's the only thing they teach you. They don't never teach you the other stuff that he's done said, such as a protest is the voice of the unheard. A protest ain't meant to be peaceful. It's meant to darn disturb. Now I'm adding my little own sauce to it. But, it's meant to cause a disruption to darn draw attention to it. It ain't meant to darn be it ain't meant to appease to your darn time. It's meant to disrupt your time so you can see what we are on. What we need. Since you have been annoying us for all these darn years. So, yeah. I say all that to transition right into the Queen Bee and darn having to call out the Young Turks. Y'all know I followed the Young Turks. Been following them for many years, since like 2016. I did not expect this out of Shank and Anna. So they did a segment on darn calling out the Republicans on them darn viewing the Grammys demonic and all this, that, and the third, talking about it was unholy and all this, that, and the third. I was like, oh, here comes these hypocritical darn hoes. These the same ones talking about something bad for the children, but in the same breath, y'all the ones that wanted the y'all was throwing a bitch fit because they done decentralized the M&Ms. Yeah, y'all heard right. Over there with Tucker Carlson and them, they threw a whole BF, honey. Because darn M&M's done change the style of the females. They the green M&M no longer have long heels. She got flat shoes. They made the brown M&M sophisticated. They said, oh, they uglified the darn M&Ms. I was like, y'all over here literally trying to darn justify the sexualization of M&Ms. M&Ms, which is something that will directly target children. Brightly colorful darn specks of chocolate candy. Colorful chocolate candy. Something that would easily garner even a toddler. Y'all are arguing for the darn M&M to look sexier. But then y'all want to say, oh, darn The gays doggone twirling around down at the doggone park is doing too much. Now, despite the fact, they fully dressed and everything else, not all the doggone girls are giving striptease performances. You do got gay categories such as ballroom where you're dressed in gowns, but that's doing too much, honey. The story times are too much. But, the children can be consumed. They can doggone see the sexualizing of the M&Ms. Honey, M&Ms was so over it, they done retired the M&Ms. So we ain't going to no longer see the M&Ms no more. This is how bad our doggone country is. The Republicans threw so much of a doggone bitch fit about the M&Ms that M&Ms just said, we throwing our hands up. We throw our hands up. We don't no longer give a fuck. Honey, they done retired all the doggone M&Ms. I was like, the red and yellow one too? They didn't have nothing to do with this. Honey, this was about the women, and I hate to be misogynistic and doggone. Child, I hate to be misogynistic and say that, we can do without them. We can do without you, baby. Honey, matter of fact, shit, if I was thinking, if I knew I was going to bring this up, all of this is just coming off the dome now. Honey, it wouldn't have paid for me to doggone thought about this in advance. I would have had me some doggone M&Ms and took me a celebratory doggone M&M M&M eating, honey. Because, honey, we ain't going to see. I wonder if they're going to phase them out on the packaging, too. Like, how that going to work? They say they no longer going to be utilizing the doggone M&M spokespeople no more. Child, all because the doggone Republicans wanted to sexualize the doggone green. Oh, and then they said the purple M&M was too fat. The purple M&M was too fat. Oh, I was like, oh, we just fat shame. Oh, so M&M can't have a little doggone extra doggone nut on her or whatnot. She was a doggone 2-nut M&M. She was doggone 2 nuts of fun. A doggone girl after my own heart, honey. A girl with doggone 2 nuts, honey. I was here for the doggone one. I was like, honey, she was purple like this. Honey, I was like, honey, she low-key representing the community. They done had a purple M&M that had 2 nuts. I was like, come on through, honey. They didn't let her come in through the door too good. Soon as she came in, they said, They started fat shaming her and everything else. And next thing we know, everybody got the pink slip. It's bad enough that we American people, we are just American people. Honey, you can be imaginary too and get a pink slip. They done gave the red one, the yellow one. Hell, we ain't even seen the orange one in a minute. Honey, he got child. Oh, this how bad they did the orange M&M, honey. They fired the orange M&M on his day off, like old boy off of Friday. Orange M&M was like, shit, I ain't in doggone been in the picture in a minute, and y'all done fired me on my damn day off. Orange M&M fired the green one. Now everybody looking at her because it was like, oh, bitch, you started this damn shit. You with them damn heels and shit. Oh, now you got all of us fired. They done did the Beyoncé doggone to us, honey. Lights. Somebody's getting fired. Hey. Honey, they done turned off the light on all of them. Oh, child, we in a bad state of our economy, honey. Where even the jobs of the M&Ms are not even doggone secure. And not that nobody should really be consuming that anyways because of the coating and stuff. And, I ain't going to go too health conscious with it. But, I typically avoid it because of the yellow coating has been linked to doggone disorders. It can exacerbate people who already have, stuff going on, such as me. I got doggone severe Crohn's disease. And I'm already not in the best health. I had to get rushed to the hospital yesterday. I thought I was dying. Honey, when I tell you I thought I was going to be checked up out of here. But I said, bitch, I done came too far now, honey. to darn go out like this, honey. I got a job interview tomorrow, which I done nailed it. I got work to do. I got a job, baby. Honey, I said, bitch, I got a job, honey. I need to flip this money because this demon's getting out of here within the next month and some change. Now, here she go moving the goalposts. I already talking about the house ain't going to be ready till damn April. Bitch, As a matter of fact, I'm about to go ahead and talk with this damn landlord as soon as I get my first set of checks first. And go ahead and make the arrangements to go ahead and get Miss Thing up out of here. Go ahead and start the process of switching down going stuff over. But I've already, we'll talk more about that in another video. But yeah, we all got our struggles and stuff. And even when you go to the celebrity level, everything glitter ain't gold. People on Zeus Network darn on getting Section 8 housing faster than my black behind. I was like, now how you over here getting club appearances and shit? And then you beat me to the darn on Section 8 apartment. Hell, I can't even get my darn on application in, and y'all already living it up like it's golden down to the Section 8. So, once again, it all boils back to why we as black people have to constantly apply pressure to get what we want. Because ain't nothing going to be given to us. And even though, honey, we the hardest working people, we ain't asking for no motherfucking handout. Honey, we work for our shit. We just saying, bitch, darn gonna pay us what we're worth. It ain't no handout over here. So in this case, it's like, honey, I done the work. I got the resume. And hell, I'm superseding. Yet you still want to try to pay me less than? Oh, hell no. No. So the Young Turks, with they darn gone full brown ass, they darn gone, spoke right about the darn going, y'all thought I forgot about them hoes. We bringing it on back home. So they mentioned about, Kim Petras and Sam Smith and the performance and the hypocrisy with the Republicans. But see, this is where they went all the way to the left. To the left, to the left. And I wanted to tell them, bitch, y'all need to go to the left with that bullshit too. Honey, they darn gone went off on Beyoncé for about a solid 5 minutes. Done said the Beehive was ungrateful and all of these things, and that Beyonce can't win all the awards, just missing the picture. And it's like y'all done finally took my advice and got more than one black employee over there. Because for the longest, y'all kept saying that y'all was the darn on minority folks over there. And the blackest person that y'all had over there was darn on for the darn on black women. Y'all didn't have no girls that looked like me. And hell, even now, you still don't really have no girls that really look that's like me in the sense. You got the white one. See, when it comes to the tea, they always go get them a Caitlyn Jenner. They don't never call up Diva Wine to be like, hey Diva, we see you do darn on political commentary. Do you want to come on over here and do a guest segment? They don't want no real sister's opinion. And I know y'all gonna say, well, Diva, you only got like 2,000 subscribers. They might not know who you is. I thought about that bullshit too. But then I noticed that some of the folks that they get, I look and I be like, well, shoot, I got more subscribers than them. You don't know Diva One, but you got Miss Thing over here who only got like 300, 400, 500 subscribers. She can't even get monetized. Now, granted, the YouTube only sends me a check maybe like 3 or 4 times a year. That goes to show you how little money that I get. But hell, at least I do get a little something. At least I can say some celebrities be watching me in the background. In the background. Honey, I've had B and A-list darn going celebrities on my shit. Y'all over here darn going getting nobody. And this ain't no shade to my fellow sister. But I'm just saying how they darn going conveniently be skipping over certain parts of the minority until people apply pressure. Because I remember for the black man, they had JR. And JR cool. We loves JR, honey. But hell, even JR don't get seen like that. And this was the moment that JR should have been on the thing. Y'all want to talk about a black woman. And I'm not saying that two doggone white skinned people can't doggone have a conversation regarding doggone a subject such as this. But if you're going to doggone dismiss what we are trying to say and just belittle it to just something as simple as Beyonce. As Beyonce say, this is part of something way bigger. This is part of something way bigger. Bigger than you, bigger than me. Bigger than the picture they frame us to see. Honey, Beyonce don't been told you. She know the bullshit too. But y'all don't be paying attention to her doggone content. Y'all be just wanting to hear the old lovely-dovely ballads. Y'all say, when the last time Beyonce sung a ballad? The bitch gave you a whole gift album. She done gave you Bigger. She done gave you Spirit. But I guess it was a little bit too woke for y'all, honey. Y'all doggone just breeze right on by her. Oh, those ballads, honey. But neither here nor there. Y'all talking about B-Day B, honey, and got that Dangerously in Love B. Honey, I think the most substance as far as B musicality is the doggone 4 album. Lemonade is one of the few albums I can play all the way through without skipping one song. Usually on every, and I'm a huge Beyonce fan, but I usually have to skip at least one song on every album. But the Lemonade album is the only album that I can doggone play all the way through, no skips, and enjoy every single song. Renaissance was an okay album. And I know y'all thinking that Renaissance would have been my favorite because it was made for the girls. Child boo. And you know, no shade to Uncle John. He made my dress. Honey, Uncle Johnny, that's cool and dandy, honey. But that album could be just for you, boo. Give me the first one that was for the gays, honey. See, now we're gonna Beyonce talking about this is the official one, girl. The ones who really know that I Am Sasha Fierce was the ones that was really for the gays, honey. I'm over there with I Am Sasha Fierce hints. And matter of fact, what inspired the name Diva was actually for my favorite Beyonce song, I'm a diva, I'm a diva. But yeah, over there to the Young Turks. Y'all thought I keep doggone deviating, but we're going to bring it right on back to the Young Turks. They over there just talking cold cash shit about doggone Beyonce. Then Anna wanted to say she loved Harry Styles and all this, that, and the third. Missing the point that people brought up. People like myself was bringing up how the people who voted was not even voting based off of the album. There was not no analytical comparisons and saying, well, you know, Harry's album, we voted based off of this, that, and the third compared to this is what Beyonce lacked. No, they was doing shit like, oh, Beyonce has enough awards. Oh, Beyonce, she's overrated. Like, they didn't even doggone base it off of the doggone metric. So you telling me, oh, we just doing a favoritism contest amongst the doggone the industry. Oh, it's politics. It ain't no actual critical voting when it comes to the album. See, when it came to Beck, the argument was, oh, well, Beck actually wrote his shit and Beyonce has like 16 writers and Beck played the instruments and this, that, and the third. It don't matter, he only sold 20,000 copies and Beyonce's Lemonade went platinum. Sales don't matter. It's about the purity of the art. Then doggone Beyonce give you Lemonade, where she gives you purity, she gives you versatility, she gives you doggone songs that really touched her. She doggone put her marriage and the infidelities on the line with Jay-Z, honey. Told him that he was almost about to lose his wife. She done gave us doggone a little bit of trap, but I ain't sorry, I ain't thinking about you, honey. And my other favorite, honey, the upgraded version from Ring the Alarm, the adult, mature version, honey. Sits and chills, I walks in the club like nobody business. Hot damn. Then doggone gave us a little bit of moonshine country, honey. My daddy warned me about man like, honey, she done took us all over, honey. With Sandcastles, Pray That You Catch Me Whispering. It was critically acclaimed. And Went platinum. Now, of course, Adele came out of her 5-year hiatus, and she sold over 30 million of her 30 album. And then people said, well, of course Adele going to win it because she darn gonna sold more. But once again, wait a minute now. And based off of that logic, Beyonce sold more than Beck. And y'all said, oh well, because Beck darn gonna had the originality, the darn gonna sales didn't matter. Now for Adele, oh, all of a sudden the sales matter. And Adele didn't write all that shit by herself. She had like darn going 16 writers for her song, which is ironically around the same number that Beyonce had for the damn the self-titled album. So y'all didn't mind darn going Adele having the 16 writers. But when Beyonce had the 16 writers and she had the more sales, oh, Beck was the originality of it all. Even though couldn't nobody white nor black, because usually y'all say, well, you know, none of y'all black asses even took the time to even listen to the doggone music, to even make a comparison of whether the doggone music of Beyonce's music was better. And that's true. But honey, there was enough white people coming out was like, well, we don't know who he is either. Now Adele, okay, we can argue with Adele. Adele is a good contralto, like your well. I want to be a contralto like Adele, honey. But Adele is what I would want to be, honey. Hello. Oh, child, my voice is shot tonight, honey. I ain't even going to try it. Yes, I am. Hello from the other side. I cannot say that I tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart anymore. Honey, this darn on Adele will give you all of that, honey. So an argument can be made that, okay, Adele doesn't got the technicality that Beyonce has, no matter how much y'all darn on tone deaf hoes try to say that Adele can sing circles around her. Beyonce done proved that shit when they all had to sing at the 2000 and what award show was it where they cut out all the auto-tune and all the folks had to sing live with no backtracks or hardly nothing of that sort. I think it was the 2016 darn on Grammy Awards, and darn on Adele was having all sorts of darn on vocal fry problems and everything else to the point where she had to have surgery, whereas Beyonce was soaring in the vocals. I still love you, Adele. But then we go on over to Harry Styles. Now, granted, okay, Harry Styles got a little pen game with him. He got a little pen game. But the album sales were damn near equal. Beyonce sold 330-some thousand in her first week. Harry Styles sold 330,000 in the first week. Both of the artists got primary seats. See, now this is where it gets confusing for some of y'all hoes that don't know about credits and stuff. Y'all said, oh, why it took 25 people to write one song, not knowing that it technically was not 25 people on the song. And you would think somebody that is actually in the music industry and see that bitches would be facetious, because it's like, girl, you should know. And I ain't even going to give her no darn clout over here with her old pale pasty ass. But it's like if you're darn on interpolating a song, or if you're using a sample of the song, that by default the person has to be included on the songwriting credit, even if they not the darn on lyricist on the damn track. Even if they wasn't actually in the darn on room writing the darn on stuff with you. But if you sample, you also got to include that person on the writing credit. Hence why Soulja Boy is on darn on a Beyonce darn on. Which one was it that Soulja Boy got a credit for Beyonce? I think it was Sorry, I believe. And honey, Soulja Boy went nowhere in sight. But because Beyonce said that one darn on lyric about hopping out of bag and putting her swag on, honey, darn on Soulja Boy got paid $400,000 and got a songwriting credit. Just because somebody got a songwriting credit don't mean that they was actually darn on all in the room writing. The primary writers on the darn on Renaissance album was The Dream wrote like half the shit, like he usually do. He's been with doggone Beyonce ever since Single Ladies, honey. Ever since Single Ladies became a thing, oh, I'm a single lady. Honey, doggone Beyonce kept the doggone dream child. It was the Dream, Pharrell, and like it's pretty much like 5 or 6 doggone, including Beyonce. Beyonce does more so the musical arrangement parts of it. She'll take a word out here and there, and she'll add the musicality to it, like an emphasis. Like, because once again, she got an ear for music. She might not write it, but she can darn on take it around and darn on add the appropriate, stuff to it in the music way. And that counts as songwriting. So it pretty much, she had the same amount of writers at the end of the day. Same amount of sales, but which one was more well received? Beyonce literally sold the same amount as Harry Styles, and we have not even gotten a darn on video single. She gave us a darn on little teaser with her head bopping around in the club. Honey, she gave us that one teaser, and that's the only thing we seen. We seen darn on Beyonce walk down the hallway with the cowboy hat on. And that's it. She gave us that little 2-minute video snippet, and she done scrapped the whole thing. Honey, maybe she was thinking like I was thinking. I was like, now Beyonce, girl, deep one ain't going to steer you wrong, but girl, this ain't the good look. And oh my goodness, I hate to say it. Beyonce, please don't have Julius Dargon be on the lookout for me. Because I'm going to the concert, honey. And it's like, I'm waiting for them prices to come down, because right now, the way them prices are set, I'm going to darn start going to the other people that darn can match that darn vocal register of yours that's singing down to the gym, that's singing down to the darn alleyway, to that darn drunken love darn challenge, honey. Wow. Honey, I want to start hearing some of them hoes down to the doggone gym, honey. Get my doggone power walk on and my doggone bootleg Beyonce concert. But yeah, she got the most Grammys, and they still don't give her the doggone album of the year. Now, as far as y'all doggone trying to belittle the R&B category, now bitches, that's where y'all wrong now. R&B, see, this is why we don't get valued the same, because y'all want to view the other Grammys as an afterthought. It's like those are just as important. However, we know the most prestigious one is the album of the year. Now, we didn't have to put a color on the shit and say the R&B is just the blackness. Now, everything was created by us, even the countryness of it all, if you want to really be honest with it. But it's like Harry Styles get the award, and then this motherfucker gets up here talking about people like me don't normally get this shit. I mean, no, he didn't say that part, but he was like, oh, this is rare for people like me to be able to get this. And we're looking at Harry like, oh, ain't even Adele. Honey, see, Adele is one of us, honey. But see, Adele likes the cocoa, honey. Adele was like, honey, Adele was like, oh, hell. This is why Adele walked out, honey. Soon as Harry said that shit, Adele was like, oh, hell no. You ain't about to get me roped up into this, honey. I got a black man at home, honey. I got me old Wakanda at home. I ain't trying to lose my Wakanda, child. But in addition to that, now I know some of y'all are going to be like, oh, now, Harry didn't even mean it like that. Harry darn gonna meant that like people from the UK and all this don't get it like people in the US. See, that shit would have worked to a certain extent if you didn't have Adele in the audience. See, this is why I said people like Anna and Shank ain't putting 2 and 2 together. Harry talking about, oh, people like him don't win this often. The last time Beyonce was up for this award, she lost it to all people. She lost it to Adele, who is also another white person from the doggone UK. Harry Styles, don't come up on here with this bullshit as if you're the very first UK person that's of the pop era that doggone got the award. Because they gave it to doggone Adele first. And unlike doggone Harry, Adele actually is known for her singing. I can't tell you not one doggone Harry Styles song. And I don't know if y'all going to say because he's a generation, I want to say he ain't that much younger than me. Ain't he like doggone 26, 27? I'm just 30. Honey, I can tell you, but see that again, I will say I am a Adele fan, so naturally I would know some of the songs. But it's like, you just had Adele won the shit. Now we go over to doggone, we've had Adele. I think they done gave the shit to Taylor Swift twice. So even if we take doggone Beyonce out of it, in the 65-year history of the Grammys, only 3 black women. Yeah, y'all heard that right. 3 black women in the entire 65-year history of the Grammys has won the Grammy. Honey, they ain't even give doggone Diana Ross no time, honey. Diana Ross, Donna Summer, Donna. Honey, and so shockingly, Donna Summer didn't even get the doggone Dance Electronica album. I was like, oh my goodness. I was shocked to even hear that Beyonce broke the record as far as the first black woman to get the Dance Electronica album. I was like, oh, wait a minute. So you telling me Donna Summer didn't even get the doggone dance album? So this goes to show how long the doggone Grammys has been with the bullshit with black people. The last black person to win an album of the year was doggone Lauryn Hill in 1999. So nobody in this millennium, nobody essentially in going on 25 years. Because the next Grammys is 2024. So we might as well say ain't nobody won the shit in 25 years. So since then we've done had all things Mary J. Blige. I'm taking Beyonce out the picture now since some of y'all bias against the Queen Bee and say, oh, we are just, looking at this as, the Beehive. Okay, we'll bring in some other black talent. Hell, even Lizzo won Record of the Year. And usually now this is where it gets weird. Usually when somebody wins Record of the Year, you turn around and also get Album of the Year. Like when Taylor Swift won her Record of the Year, she got the Album of the Year. Adele got the Record of the Year and the Album of the Year. Now they broke it up a little bit with Beck. I want to say somebody else won the Record of the Year. But for the most part, usually there's a trend that the person who wins the Record of the Year also gets the Album of the Year. They broke that trend up again. They gave Lizzo the record. But they ain't want to give her the album. I was like, well, shit, you could have gave Lizzo the doggone album of the year. At least we could have said her sister finally got the shit. But hell, they ain't give it to Mary J. Blige. They ain't give it to Missy Elliott. They ain't give it to Rihanna. And yeah, Rihanna ain't no But see, the thing is, you don't actually have to be a vocalist. Hell, hence how Harry Styles got the damn shit. But it's like, honey, with all the hits that Rihanna has gotten, every darn album that girl released was an error. And except for that Auntie one, honey, that shit flopped like nobody's business, honey. Them pure album sales came back at like 30,000 first week. But everything else was doggone a bona fide hit. Now, I liked the couple songs off of doggone Auntie, honey. Oh, Desperado. Oh, Pimp Bag Monte Carlo. Take it easy. Honey, that's my shit, honey. Matter of fact, some of her songs that don't make the doggone list be the ones that I doggone like. Oh, be in the emergency room. Oh. And then Now, I understand why she don't ever play Disturbia. For y'all that don't know, Chris Brown actually wrote Disturbia. And, for obvious reasons, honey. After she had that disturbing encounter back in 2010. Now, they done put water on the bridge. But I guess Rihanna said, I'll be damned if I'm going to darn gonna let you profit off of any performance I make. Honey, from then on, we ain't heard Disturbia since 2009 or 10. Coincidentally, around the time the Chris Brown was on his Dr. Dre. And speaking of Dr. Dre, honey, y'all don't want to give darn on Beyonce album of the year, but y'all give darn on Mr. Beats by Dre a whole made up award. I was like, oh, so y'all really darn gonna add an insult to injury. And I was like, all this doing Black History Month. And I don't give a damn what. It's like, oh, y'all over here darn on creating titles. And granted, yes, you can create some titles for people who have achieved prestige success, but I would think since every artist that is out that is of credibility has called Beyonce the Legend of Legends, why don't y'all create a Beyonce award at this point and give it to the Queen Bee? Now, I know y'all saying, okay, now, Diva, you going too far of a stretch. I don't think so. Didn't the darn on VMAs come out with the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award? What's good for the motherfucking goose can be good for the gander. See, if y'all can do the shit for the men, y'all can do it for the women too. So this is some bigotry all the way around, honey. Y'all created that darn on Michael Jackson Vanguard Award, I think, way back before during the highlights of the darn on scandal. I was like, ain't this some shit? Even when darn on, I said, oh, see, darn on a black man could be at some darn on can be in some shifty waters and shit. Now, granted, Michael Jackson was vindicated and all that, this, that, and third, unlike darn on Beats by Dre. But see, I think they still came out with that award even during the time before he was vindicated. I'm still trying to figure out why we ain't, even if it's not a Beyonce award. Because y'all can't separate Beyonce to have an award since she's still relevant in the industry. Even though I think they done did the darn on the Michael Jackson award where he was still up and relevant in the industry before his untimely demise. But once again, y'all keep moving the pros for a black woman. Goes to show even 50 years plus after Malcolm X's darn on death, the most disrespected person in America is the black woman. Even where a darn on channel with 5 million subscribers who say that they for the minority people want to talk down on the black woman during Black History Month on a subject that y'all two raggedy darn on off-white hoes don't know a goddamn thing about. Y'all didn't call in JR. Hell, we would have took a darn on little bit of commentary from Ida Rodriguez, honey. Y'all didn't call in none of the brown skin girls. Honey, y'all off darn on egg white having ass wanted to talk sour on the Queen Bee's name. When I tell you I wanted to darn on jump across the screen and slap the pure sugar honey iced tea out of darn on Shink, darn on rotisserie darn on shaped body having ass, and darn on Anna's darn on bootleg Sam McCall having ass. Cause that hoe reminds me of a blonde hair version of Sam McCall off of darn on General Hospital, honey. But hell, at least I darn on got a little bit of care for darn on Sam, honey. Anna, I'm starting not to have not 2 foots to give for your ass. Cause you was the one really shucking and jiving darn on brown nosing. I was like, girl, you already supposed to be brown, aren't you Armenian? What darn going the Kardashians is half of. It's like, you already brown enough. Why you trying to darn gone brown your nose up to the whitest darn gone pale pasty ass? Really, bitch? Disrespecting the Queen Bee's name of all things. And like I said, where's the darn gone female icon award? Where's the Tina Turner? Even if we take Beyonce out the shit, where's the Tina Turner award? Where is the Diana Ross Award? Where is the Queen of darn going Soul Award? Where is Aretha Franklin? Where is the Dionne Warwick Award? Where is the Donna? Oh, but see, they ain't even never get the bitch darn on the electronical album. So I know they don't want to create an award for darn on the queen, the darn on the Donna Summer. Honey, they don't want to give it to Donna Summer. And hell, even if we go over to other races, honey, we could say, honey, the Barbara Streisands of the world, the Liza Minnellis, who else? Madonna, Janet Jackson. So all these darn people that's gonna came before Beyonce, and to this day we still ain't got no female icon, no iconic status award named after a prestigious female. And then when we go to the blackness, the last time y'all gave the album of the year was darn on 1999. So we just disregarded anything Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott, Rihanna, Jasmine Sullivan. I mean, the list goes on and on. Hell, y'all won't even darn go. Yeah, and then y'all just made it known that y'all just fully blacklisted Nicki ass, honey. Nicki is the darn on rap version of Diana Ross, honey. Yeah, you got the hits, but you would never get this, honey. You can have the hit on top of hit all you want to, and you honey, do like Dionne Warwick, walk on by or walk on by. That's what they darn gonna do to Nicki. And that's what they've been doing to Beyonce all these years for the doggone album of the year category. And when we finally say enough is a goddamn enough, we demand some answers. For here on out, we need to doggone go over what is the doggone critiquing process. Because y'all motherfuckers have been too obtuse, too vague in regards to describing how this doggone shit goes down. So for now on out, we need to lay down some clear doggone guidelines of how you doggone critiquing this shit. And even if you don't give it to Beyonce the next go round, let it be because she just did not earn it. Because like I said, Renaissance wasn't doggone that for me either. So I'm not speaking because, I was here during the vote. Honey, I'm a southern bitch. We don't vogue down in North Kakalaki. Bitch, that's some northern shit. Well, name me one Vogue house down in the south. Honey, the Vogue and shit started off in Chicago. Then it went on to New York. Honey, it went on over to New York with darn Alicia Keys, darn fella goat singing having ass. It done went on over to Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Went on over there to Viva Las Vegas and all that. New Jersey. Honey, we don't do too much. Now, the girls down in Georgia do it now. They, But that's about it. You don't see too many of the southern girls. Like, I can't name no house in North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Now, you would have thought Louisiana, with them being, the bounce city or whatnot. Oh, let's go. Honey, speaking of darn let's go, honey, Big Frida. Now, I will say, this is where the balance came in. I will give credit where credit's due. They gave Big Frida her flowers. By proxy, though. They gave T.S. Madison her flowers by proxy. Now, I'm going to be real excited when one of the doggone girls, that's like me, honey, like the purple M&M that got 2 nuts, honey, doggone get an award like Kim Petras. But, honey, a round of applause. A round of applause to Kim Petras, nonetheless. So, I'm not saying that the Grammys don't get it right. Because they made a lot of history that night. But still, there is still some bigotry thrown in the mix. And we need to get rid of that little bit of bigotry that's darn on left. I'm not saying that we haven't made strides. But, honey, that doesn't mean that we ease up on the pressure. That means, bitch, we darn gonna put more pressure on them. We don't ease up until we darn gonna get rid of all the shit. We darn gonna keep applying the pressure. And I don't give a damn how many people act like they for us, talking about us, and don't have none of us at the goddamn table. Because any other day, you will have the doggone JR in the segment. You will have Ida Rodriguez. They didn't have not one black representation at that damn table. So that goes to show that not everybody who claims to be an ally is a true ally in the sense, honey. So with that being said, that is it, y'all. Ooh, this video has gone on long enough, child. Honey, I feel like Lovely T, honey. I done did a whole segment, honey. I started this video off with just wanting to talk about the OnlyFans with darn going the Bernie Mac girls. And we just combined all the topics into one. So I hope y'all enjoyed this doggone look. Don't get too used to this, because I'm used to splitting this stuff up into like multiple videos. I'm used to doing this like all within like, you know, 2 to 3 videos. So y'all, we throwing it back, honey. I ain't done this in a minute, honey. This almost feel like usually when I'm on this long, it's usually a live stream, which we got to schedule a live stream probably sometime for the end of the month. Because I promise y'all that this year I will go live at least once a month. I went live twice in January. We're going to have to do something February, March, April, May, June, July. We're going to do something every month. And then by the time we get into the later months, honey, Diva One going to be doing live streams outside of these walls. Outside of these walls are here. Because I know y'all tired of seeing me here. But honey, I'm tired of seeing these walls too. We got to get Diva One, hence why I got this job. We're going to stack our coins up. Y'all want to invest and help, you know, expedite some of the process? Y'all, honey, the Cash App down below, honey. I take Cash App and a wish list too. Honey, if y'all want to buy some stuff off the wish list, honey, I welcome it. But yeah, honey, we going to travel and get our goals set for this year. And whether people do not darn gonna see it for us or not, honey, we still gonna make a way out of no way. Just like Beyoncé still darn gonna that girl regardless. But still, we gonna call out the injustices when it's done. Including darn on the ones that say they for us but not really for us, Anna and Shank. But that is it, y'all. That's my darn on thoughts on the Beyoncé with the album of the year. Once again, congratulations to all the winners, including Beyoncé, because she still broke history. She's now the most Grammy-honored woman in history, the most Grammy-honored person, period. Grammy-honored person, period. Nobody doggone supersedes the Queen Bee at this moment, baby. And hell, ain't nobody else come close, because the only one was the composer. He died some years ago. Stevie Wonder got like 28 Grammys. He ain't making no new music. I can't see him making winning 5 Grammys to supersede Beyonce. And then the girl that had it for the longest, the country singer, I think her name is Alison Krauss or something. I think she done retired like 20 years ago. So it's like it ain't no darn old artist that's active today that's even remotely close to breaking Beyonce records. So it'd probably be like at least another 30 years before we even entertain somebody doggone breaking a Beyonce record. I'll be well into my 50s, pushing 60 before somebody break that doggone record Beyonce. Because even with like Taylor Swift and Adele and all them, I think they only got like 10 to 12 Grammys or something like that. Rihanna has like 8 Grammys. So ain't nobody that is out that's relevant remotely close to doggone that to that Grammy status. So that is something to be applauded. But once again, we still going to need album of the year when it's appropriate. Whether it be Beyonce or another black woman. And I'm not saying that you have to give it to a black woman just because. If she didn't earn it, okay, at least give us a breakdown of why she didn't earn it. Like, for example, if it was, let me think of somebody that's black that wouldn't win the award. Let's say if it was somebody like Saucy Santana. And Saucy Santana was going up against Album of the Year. And you had Adele. You had Ariana Grande in the mix. You had Lady Gaga. I don't expect darn Saucy Santana to come out with a damn award. So don't give no award out of the sake of appeasement. I'm just saying let the shit be balanced. Let it be off of, okay, Saucy had the most fanfare. He had the critically acclaimed. He was the only songwriter. Like, I don't see Saucy ever being in that type of situation when we talking about people who write multiple instruments, people who don't went to school for this, aka Stephanie Germanata, aka Lady Gaga. I don't ever see, like, if Lady Gaga is up for the shit and darn going Saucy Santana or Lil Nas X is up for the same award, honey, that's the time where we darn gonna put down the black, fist, honey. They legitimately got their ass kicked, honey. But if it's a situation where you got some no-name white artists, you might got an Ariana Grande, powerful vocalist, but don't write none of her shit. And then you got a Mariah Carey thrown in the mix. And then you give it to the no-name. That's where we got to be irritated. Because it's like, okay, wait a minute. Mariah Carey's the name. She got the sales and she writes the shit. And you gave it to this bitch over here. So once again, there needs to be some checks and balances going here on out. And that's my thoughts on that. But y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to wish y'all a good night. Mwah.